I'm here, everyone, if you can hear me. I'm just doing something here. Oh, hello, everyone. I'm here. I hope you can see me. Just trying to pull something up here. Just give me a second. Oh, good. Thanks. I'm glad you can. Hi, So Terry. Hi, June. Hi, Laura. And I don't know whether I missed anybody here, but just give me a sec. Okay. Now, I'm not sure. I tried to set it up that it's subscribers only so we don't get any trolls, but I'm not so sure that that worked. And KD. Where? Oh, yes. Beverly, KD Crafts. Hi. Okay, I have my chat here, but sign into chat. Okay. Okay. Okay, it doesn't look like I have it on subscribers, so I did it, but it just didn't seem to work. So I'm not sure. Okay. Del Marie. Hi, Del Marie. I hope I don't miss anyone here. Mary Jane. Okay. Oh. Glad to see everybody. Okay, I'm not sure how this is going to work, but I'll try to keep an eye on things so that I don't get any trolls in or whatever. And if we do, just ignore them and I'll try to deal with them the best way I can. Now, the other thing I need to do is just check and make sure that you can see my sewing machine. I see it. Do you see it? There's a bit of flickering on there. Everybody saying hi to one another. That's good. Good. Okay. Okay, you see the sewing machine. That's good. And I am here. You'll see me in a minute. Okay, I'm going to switch from the sewing machine. And, okay, I think we're ready to fly. At least I think so. I hope so. I've been working on an FPP project that Kathy's Quilts and Crafts was doing with Sandra and hi Lillian, with Sandra and Vicki Robles. And if I can find my pieces. Okay, I have the one that they were working on, and I think if anybody's watched some of my other videos, you might be able to sort of know how I go about doing it. They are working on the pepper, and this is a free pattern by Liliella. And after the video, I'll try and put a link in. And the pattern is from Liliella Stitchery. It is a free pattern, and you can download it. Now, the first thing, Pepper the butterfly, yes. It's here someplace, pardon my head, but there's 3 of them. There's Gidget, Cricket, and then there's Pepper. And I believe, yeah, this is what the front of the pattern looks like. And then there's the, okay, Katie Crafts, no problem. You can catch the replay later. Thank you for coming. So this is a paper piece block that says it measures 5.5 inches after piecing, and you can use it as a 5-inch finished square. Hi, Teresa Louise. Hopefully this will go a lot better than some of my other live videos. But it's a finished 5-inch square, or you can trim it to 5 inches, and it'll come out 4.5 or 5 inches for a 4.5-inch finished square. Now, I struggled with foundation paper piecing in the beginning, and I had to come up with my own way of doing everything. Now, I don't know whether you can see this okay, but this is the Pepper Butterfly Charm block. It gives you a picture of the finished design with these colorings, and it gives you 6 pieces, and we have A, B, C, D, E, and F. And what I had to do in order for it to sink into my brain, this particular one doesn't matter because the left and right side are the same. But if they aren't the same, that's where I ran into problems. So I'm going to call each one of these either sections or units. Okay, it might be yours, Teresa, or it could be mine. My stream looks okay on my end. Okay, I'm just going to stop it just for a second and just check. And Katie, it seems to be buffering, okay. Okay. Colorings. Oops, and you're going to get feedback. Okay, I have it up here now. Okay, I'm going to try and try to keep an eye on that. You're spinning, seems to be buffering, and Beverly is buffering as well. We've got extremely cold weather here. Okay. Just going to take a second here and just see if it just settles down. Okay. Have I come back or not? Okay, buffering. Just going to check here again. Just give me a second. Did I lose you? Am I still live? Oh no. Okay. Okay, I'm watching the screen on YouTube and I'm still here, but I'm not sure. Okay. Can someone tell me in chat if they can still see me? And that I'm moving and that I'm not buffering anymore? Hi, Stephanie. Looks like I'm frozen on YouTube. Maybe not. Oop. Am I frozen? Oh, there, I'm moving. Got to keep my hands moving so I can see if I'm still here. Quilt Queen 22, hello, hello. And Mary Jane, okay, thank you. So I'm seeing myself moving on YouTube now, so I don't know whether I was frozen or not, but okay, I'm okay now. Thank you, Patty G. Thank you. Oh, it's nice to see everybody. It comes and goes. Okay. Yeah, we have very, very severe cold weather here, and we have about a foot of snow. So I'm not sure how that's going to affect this. But at any time that you get buffering, or if I start to freeze or whatever, if you can let me know and I'll try and stop. Okay. Camille. Hello. Okay, great. Thank you. So when I left off, I told you that the pieces that I have here are, I'm going to call them units or sections. And the way I have to deal with this in order for my brain to work really well and understand all the pieces, we can, I'm going to go by each section and hopefully I can show you how I go about doing it. So the pattern pieces are labeled A, B, C, D, E, and F. And each one of these sections, each one of the sections, it's spinning. Okay, you only freeze for a few seconds at a time. Thanks, Del Marie. Okay, I don't know. Everything seems to be working on my end, but okay. So each one of the sections is divided into pieces, and the pieces are without seam lines. So normally when you have a quilt, putting a quilt pattern together, you're going to be having each one of these sections would be with seam allowances. But when you're working with foundation paper piecing, there are no seam allowances included in that. So what I'm going to do is, the first thing I'm going to do is do my color placement, and I want to know what it's going to look like when it's finished. So when in the in some of your downloads that you get, you will have a coloring page. And on this one, this is the pepper that I'm working on. It doesn't tell you which ones these are, but this is the pepper. And this one I found a little bit confusing at first until I got to where I could understand what they were doing. So I've chosen to do the outside section here in a blue. This middle sections are going to be black, and then these 4 pieces I'm going to be doing in a print. So on my coloring page, what I did was I colored in the sections, and all these little squiggles here, that's my print. And it's Camille, is it Simo? Am I pronouncing that right? Okay, so I've chosen the colors white. Of course, yes, here it doesn't show you that everything else is background, but I've chosen a white or an off-white for my background, and that's everything on the outside. I've chosen this to be the inside sections of my butterfly, and the outside is going to be a dark blue, and then this is black. And at any time, stop me and tell me that you don't understand what I'm saying. Sometimes it's hard when you do things every day and they make sense to you, and then to explain it to someone else, it's kind of hard. So that's why I've colored the things in. And what I did was I made myself a little chart on the side, and I've labeled them. D, color D, is going to be this. C is going to be this. Hi, Kim. A is going to be my black, and B, which is white, is going to be my background. So we're going to start out by looking at the pattern. Now, I want to know what this is going to look like when it's all put together and which color goes where. If you're working with other patterns, they may have, like, I know on the, I believe it's on the elephant quilts and everything like that, they have little charts or little references. So one section might be a sewing machine or little diagrams. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to start out with section A. And how do I know what it's going to look like when it's finished, because this is in reverse. If I sewed my pieces on, they're going to be on this side. So the first thing after I picked out my colors and decided where I want them, I'm going to take, and I have printed one out in reverse. Most printers, you'll be able to do this. They do have a reverse. So as you can see here, it's printed in reverse. But this is exactly the way it's going to look when your finished piece is sewn all together on your paper. So what I did was I took my colored pencils, and I need to know, well, what is color number 1? And we'll start with section B first here, because it's the easiest one, because that's this section right here. So what I did was I just took my black coloring pencil and I put it in there. So I know that this number 1 section, because we're going to be sewing our sections in number order, we're going to be starting out with number 1, then we'll sew on number 2 and number 3. B is just the section. The numbers are where you're going to be sewing and putting your different colors. So when you look on the one that I've printed in reverse, I did just do a little black there because I'm going to show you something else. So section 2 and number 2 and number 3, if I look at this, 3 is in here someplace, and 2 is over here. Now remember, I'm looking at the wrong side, or the reverse side that I've printed out. So I know that that is number 1. So on here, I am going to put that number 1 is my black. And I'm going to put a little A in there, because that's going to be my fabric A. And I'm going to label them after. Oh, thank you. It's just scraps that I had. So now I know that number 1 is my color A. And that's where I don't want you to get confused. These letters here are your sections, and these letters in here are your fabrics. So then 2 and 3, according to this, are going to be my background. So that's going to be my B fabric. So that one was easy. Now, if you want to, okay, you could color that in white. If you chose to do a different background other than white, if you had like, say, a polka dot, you could put little polka dots on it. But I'm just going to label them like this. So now we're going to go on to section A. So in section A, this is the section right here. So I'm going to start with number 1. So number 1 is going to be my print fabric. So number 1 is D. I've made that little designation right there. So that's going to be D. Then I'm going to go on to the next number, which is 2. Number 2 is this section right here. and that is my color C. So that is C. The next section is, hi Nancy Gus. The next section is 3, which is my blue. So I'm going to put C there. The next number is 4. So I've already got these labeled. So this one has to be my background in white. And 5 is my background in white. So I'm going to put B, which is my background. And number 5 is going to be my background. And 6 is obviously my background because I've used up all of these. So this is going to be my background. So now I'll go on to the next section and do the same thing. I'm going to, number 1 in this section is going to be this. So I'm going to put D there. That's my little reference chart. Next is 2. And the reason I'm going through this top section like that is because in case these two aren't the same, then I can put the proper colors in the proper place. So number 2 is going to be C. 3 is C. And all the rest of them are my background. So I'll put B there. And B. Now, if I was working on, oh, sorry, Nancy. Yes, I see that I am freezing. Okay. I'm just going to wait for just a second. And I'm going to let YouTube catch up here. I'm still here, so don't worry. Okay, I don't know why it's doing that, but just give me 1 second. Okay. See if I can get that to drop down. My internet speed, I have checked it. And it is actually excellent, so I'm hoping that this is just something else that's causing it to do that. What about for everybody else? Okay. Is everybody okay if I just keep going, or did you want me to stop and continue it at another time? If someone can let me know if you want me to keep going. Okay. Okay, yo, Patty G. Hi, how are you doing? Del Marie, so I just turned my printer on and I'm going to try it. Yeah. There is a little setting inside. your printer settings that will say reverse print. Okay, I'm not seeing any other comments right now. Can someone tell me if you can still hear me and see me? Goodness sakes. Okay. Oh. Can you still hear me and see me? Oh, Terry says the pattern I'm making gives you both a regular view and a mirror view. Yes. My YouTube is way, way behind, so that's why. Sorry, that's why I'm just wondering if anybody can hear me. Oh, now I'm down to 2 viewers. I have no idea what's going on. Okay. I'm just going to type something in here. I keep dropping viewers too. Sorry about that, people. Can you see and hear me? Oh. I'm just not sure if I should be carrying on or not, or if this is very annoying to you. Can someone let me know in chat if this is annoying for you? I'm trying to see how long my. Okay, It is buffering bad. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to thank you, Nancy. I'm going to check and see if I can't figure out why it's buffering, because it shouldn't be that bad. My numbers on my screen are looking okay, but keep going. Okay, Nancy says keep going. My numbers have dropped quite a bit on my thing, so it might clear up a little bit now, but I'll keep checking it. And if at any time that you want me to stop, just in capital letters put stop, 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 stop. Okay, so what I would do next is that I have all my colors in there. So I'm going to take my fabrics and using my little chart, I'm going to label my fabrics. I'm going to label my fabrics. And so this is D. Now I made my own little, I made my own little alphabeties just out of freezer paper because I'm a freezer paper freak. Because I use it for everything. As you can see, this is all freezer paper. So I need an A, a B, a C, and a D. So fabric A is my black. And I'm just going to peel that off, and I'm just going to take out a scrap because I just need a little piece. And I've got enough little pieces right there. That should do it. Okay. Set that to the side, and I'm going to take my little mini iron, which I use especially when I'm using working on small projects, and I have my little mini iron, so I'm just going to iron that on. This is just freezer paper that I made my alphabeties, like I said. So that's A. D. So I'm going to label that D. And I'm going to do that just in case I have to stop or I have to get up and do something, and when I come back, I don't forget what I was doing. B is my background. So I'm going to press that on. And C is my color. And I'm one that I never trust myself. So I'm going to check. So I have A, which is my black, B, which is my background, C, and D. Okay. Now the next step I do is I am going to take this sheet, and I have printed out And again, I like to use freezer paper. And I buy it on the roll. So this comes on a roll. And the main thing, if you're going to use freezer paper, make sure that you are getting plastic coated. There's a couple of kinds. This is the plastic coated. I don't know about butcher paper, but I did do a little video on freezer paper. And this is another one, and this is natural, unbleached, but you need to make sure that you are getting plastic coated. And somewhere on there I thought it said plastic coated, but it doesn't say on this one. But you have to make sure it's plastic coated. I cut my sheets into 8.5 by 11. And the first issue that I ran into was the paper curled and it didn't want to go through my printer. So to solve that problem, when I cut my sheets, I thought, well, if I tried rolling it like this, that didn't really help. So the next thing I did was where is it here? Someplace here I had it. But then I tried putting it through my printer with, I don't know what I did with my sheet. Tried putting it through my printer and it didn't work. So then I decided I'd try a credit card to try to keep it smoothed out because it was jamming in my printer. And I'm one that I never give up. So I'm just taking my credit card. So I tried that. Didn't work. Still jammed in my printer. Okay, thanks for sticking with me. There's my paper. So then what I did was I took a piece of my freezer paper, and on the shiny side, I am going to just put a little couple of dots of glue stick on the back, and that's only to get it through my printer. So then I put it on, just laid it down, rubbed it on, and freezer paper naturally, mine anyway, just seems to have a bit of static cling to it. So then when I put that through my printer, okay, yes, when I put that through my printer, it didn't jam in my printer. And then when I needed to take it off, it just came off. Any residue on the back, it seemed to just stick to my paper and stick to my paper instead of the back of the freezer paper. So I have my pages printed out. Okay, storms are moving in. You know, I think because I am seeing that that my usage on my computer is quite low, that I'm thinking it could be storms coming in from someplace else that's making it buffer, because on my screen that I'm watching on YouTube, it's not buffering. So, okay, so now that we've got that, I have my original one And this I had just printed out. Francis, hello, and Donna, hi. Great. Hopefully you'll be able to catch the replay and maybe it won't be so bad. Okay. So these original ones I keep, and that's why I put it onto freezer paper, because I'm going to be using freezer paper. If you are okay, now where was I going with this? Okay, this is the sheet I'm going to be using. If you want to stitch through your paper, these are the ones you're going to need. This is the one that I'm going to be using. Am I making sense to anybody? If you're still there. Now I know